Doesn't matter. All right, with your iPads, go ahead and log into Canvas. That way we can pull that up. Oh, do we have their sheets? Go ahead and log in. And while she's grabbing your FitnessGram sheets, go ahead and pull up the Archery PowerPoint that's on there. So go in PE, should be down at the bottom. Yep, and then Archery, and then go ahead and just kind of glance over the PowerPoint. And just go ahead and glance over that, and I'm gonna ask you a couple questions in a second. No, not FitnessGram. Go into the Archery one. Archery.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is
Archery.
a lot better if you don't talk.
Yes.
Is it the second one?
Why do yours look like that? No, it should say Archery PowerPoint. Is yours pulling up?
It's there. I built it all in your class. It's all there, and it's all published.
It's not loaded though. It's all wild.
You know what? No, Archery PowerPoint, EPT, Archery EPT.
There you go. You might have to, you might have to go back out of it, and then it should be pulling up though. It might take it all a second.
Stop talking about it.
All right, go ahead, looking over it. You might have to go out of it and then go back. Oh, wrong one.
Guys, why are you announcing, giving us a play-by-play of what is happening on your iPad? Is that what you should be doing right now?
Yeah.
Please stop. Where's Christy?
She's not here.
We'll tell you what that's for.
All right, be reviewing the whistle commands. If you have any questions about any of the 11 steps, be looking at those. All right, give you about 10 more seconds. All right, with your iPads, don't worry about closing out of it, just turn it face down for a second. All right, we're gonna do a little quiz, see what we can do, see what we remember. Okay, if I blow 2 whistles, what does that mean that you can do? Raise your hand, please. I didn't call on you, I just said raise your hand. Okay, Jack, go ahead. Raise your hand, raise your hand. Dawson. Go to the shooting line. What does that also mean? So you're at the shooting line, what else can you do with the shooting line? Straddle it. And there's one other thing I'm looking for. Bow on your toe. Good. If I blow 1 whistle, what does that mean? Yeah, BJ. If I blow one whistle, Henry, you can shoot, right? So that means you can knock. That means you can knock your arrow and go ahead and start doing your steps in order to shoot. Okay. If you hear 5 whistles or more, Jameson, it is an emergency. That means you need to stop whatever you're doing and return to the waiting line. Do you think if you're on the waiting line and there's an emergency that you need to be back here talking? It means you need to be quiet because something went wrong. Okay? And what about 3 whistles? What do we do on 3 whistles? Yeah. Okay? So retrieve our arrows, but we have to do something before we retrieve our arrows. So you'll hear the 3 whistles, and what do you do when you hear the 3 whistles? You remember?
You're going to get your arrows, you're right. Do you go all the way up to the target and start pulling your arrows out?
No.
Can you describe better what you're supposed to go do?
Okay, but have I given you permission to go get your arrows? That's what I was wanting you to wait on. Okay, you have got to wait for me to say you can get your arrows, because there will be 2 of you shooting in one target. So do you think I'm going to let both of you go at the same time to get your arrows? Right, exactly. Okay, all right, good. Shh, good. All right, so now we're going to do, oh, these are still locked. Over there on the thing. I completely forgot about it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the whole motion of what you need to do whenever you get to the shooting line, target line, after you shoot, all of that. Okay? And then I'll explain what we're doing with the little half sheet of paper, and then what you're going to be doing with your iPads. Got it? Okay. They are, I set them down. I set them right where your jacket and stuff is. Oh. Where that little bitty brown table is right there. It shouldn't be inside the office. It should be. You see them? Uh-oh. Huh. I don't know. You have another what? I literally put them right here.
Provided that I unlocked the file cabinet.
I don't think you did, because you gave them to me. And then you went to the bathroom. I am not losing it right now. Oh, I gotta get you some arrows.
So turn your iPad back upside down.
Which one do you want to shoot with?
And there are going to be 2 of you shooting on each target. We'll try to make sure you understand which target you're supposed to be shooting on. There will be 2 of you on each target. If you look at the arrows, the quivers on the arrows, the fletchings on the arrows, what color the fletching on the arrows is about to put in that quiver? Orange and green. Okay, so your options are orange and green or white and green. So one of you on each target will be shooting orange and green arrows. One of you will be shooting white and green arrows. So you can tell the difference. Okay? All right.
All right, she will grab her bow. And you notice how she's not in a hurry? Not in a hurry at all. She just got her bow, walked. Okay, her bow is on her toes. She is straddling the shooting line. This lets me know that she is ready to shoot. Now she will begin her steps. So on 2.
When you knock your arrow, the odd color fletching should be facing you. So the green, and this is showing all the arrows, the green should be facing you. Okay, see the difference if I do it this way?
And you don't do that because if you shoot with that, the fletching is going to come off.
See how the fletching is touching the part of the bow? You don't want that. Okay? Now I'll go through all of my steps. I'm in my stance, I knock my arrow, I'm going to set my bow hand, set my draw hand, then my bow hand. I'm going to get my pre-draw, I'm going to draw and anchor. Aim, shot, set up.
You notice how whenever she was getting ready to shoot, her arms weren't moving, her bow arm wasn't moving up and down. That was her shot setup.
And my bow arm was George. You are not doing what you're supposed to do. Was my bow arm bent or straight? Straight.
All right, so you see she turned her bow there. She's behind the waiting line, okay? You will be working on peer assessment, so after you come back, you will let whoever just shot see their peer assessment, what they did, what they didn't do. Okay, so hopefully we'll get to shoot maybe twice, and they will be able to hopefully fix that, okay? So now she knows what her peer assessment or peer assessor said to her, okay? And now she is going to go retrieve her arrows. Watch what she does. She's waiting, okay? So I will say, if you have orange fletchings, you may now go ahead and retrieve your arrows, okay? Watch how she gets her arrows. One hand going down, the other hand coming back. You see how she's not standing like this, right? Okay, because that could hit you. She's gonna lay them all on the ground, gather them up using the target, carry them back. She is covering the tip. Once again, she's walking, no hurry here. So put them back. Now she's behind the waiting line. And then we'll be waiting for the next person to shoot. Got it? Okay. Now, yeah, we need to get you in groups. Okay, now what you need to do is get in groups of 3. Okay?
Whoa.
Wait a second.
Just wait until she tells you.
Okay, you're going to get in groups of 3. Please stay behind the waiting line. Okay, get in groups of 3. Decide who was a 1, who was a 2, and who was a 3. You will all have jobs. All right, ready to go. Quiet. Behind the waiting line.
Take your stuff with you. Take your stuff with you and sit with your group of 3.
Behind the waiting line. Behind the waiting line. All right, once you have your group, Dawson, can you and your group come over here? Who's in your group? All right, once you have your group, you need to have a seat against the wall. Decide who is 1, 2, and 3.
Somebody left their business transport. Walker.
Y'all all 3 be together, because she doesn't have anybody.
You guys not in the third? All right, hold on. We got a group of 2 right here.
Do you have a partner? I mean, anything? All right, you go right here. You be with these 2.
Okay, sit down.
All right, I'll see.
Girls, be scoot.
Okay, that's fine.
Everybody down there scoot. Kari,
Slide down some.
Haley, you're going to have to scoot down.
Thank you. All right, so you have a 1, a 2, and a 3. If it's just 1 and 2, that's fine. It'll work out. Oh, I think we have 1 group of 2. Yeah. All right, so if you are a 1, you will shoot first. If you are you can discuss this in a second. If you're a 2, you are going to be looking at your fitnessgram sheet, and you're going to put it in your canvas. Okay, so you will go, not now, but you will go onto your canvas, go to the fitnessgram, click on the link, and then you will write it all in.
There are 4 files on your fitnessgram. You need to find the one that is your
I think it is.
Goal sheet.
Yeah, it's goals. It's goals. It says goal sheet. It says goal sheet.
That's the one you're going to need to click on. This morning, no one was able to resubmit from Adobe. I don't know whether that will be the case or not. You cannot submit your completed chart. Basically, what you're going to do is copy from the sheet I gave you onto that chart. You're just going to copy. If you cannot submit it, please screenshot it. And that way, at least we have it. Hopefully, it will stay in Adobe, and at some point, we'll be able to submit it. Okay?
All right.
It should either be on a fitnessgram, record sheet, doing your scores, healthy fitness minimum and goal, or that was the two, right? So three.
Yep, twos. Threes, you will be peer assessing the ones when they are shooting. Okay? And it's got a chart, and all you have to do is either check demonstrated or not demonstrated. Okay? Got what you're doing. We'll see.
If you don't have your healthy fitness done, you may come to the chart. It's going to be right here. You can't move it. And you can, what is this right here? What line is this? You can't go past that waiting line, or that's an emergency whistle. Everybody up there has to stop, put away their equipment, and come back behind the waiting line. There's a good chance some people will not shoot today. We won't take time to do that. So please pay attention to what you're doing. There can be no more than 2 boys and 2 girls at the chart at a time. If there are already 2 people there and you need to get your healthy fitness done, what are you going to have to do? Wait. Okay.
Good. All right. If you are ones, I would like you to approach the waiting line. Leave your iPad because you can't shoot with your iPad in your hand. Approach the waiting line. Do not go past it. Twos and threes, you can go ahead and get on Canvas. Twos, you should be doing the fitness gram. Threes, you should be doing the assessment. Sam, back up. Who said my name? What's your name? Are you a 2 or 3? You're a 2. So you need to be doing. You need to be doing fitness gram. Oh, you see fitness gram?
So your fitness gram is called a goal chart.
The goal chart.
Is this what you
Yep. That's it. All right, ones.
do we score on a scale of 1 to 10?
Nope. Read it. Read the directions. Yeah. Of course. Oh, y'all need arrows, don't you?
I'm on wait.
Oh.
I normally wait.
Oh, until they get it.
First time
Okay.
until they're in positions that they don't start.
Not a problem.
Oh, I forgot to tell them about weights.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the purple are the easiest to draw.
Yeah.
Red and blue, I was saying, they're a little bit harder. Yellow is a little bit harder. Green
These
is
are the
very
hardest
hard
to
draw.
pull back.
Probably you're
This
not
is
gonna
a
want
lefty.
green.
This is a lefty.
And then our oranges are our lefties. Do we have any lefties in this group?
Yeah,
You
okay.
need to come down here and get in here. Okay, then.
All right, if you have a bow, go ahead and make your way up. All right, land straddle.
Sam, can you move over, please, and face off?
There you go.
Don't hold it by the string. Hold it by the color card.
All right, you need to be straddling the line in your stance.
George, thank you. Good job. Okay.
Yep, that was good. In your stance. All right, that's not in your stance. This is a shooting line. All right, are you straddling the line? This line right here.
Sam, where's your front foot supposed to be?
Both of you, yeah. Straddling this line. I know there are 2 lines, which is kind of confusing.
BJ, come here.
BJ, come this way. I know. Yeah. I just make sure that whenever I cut it out that he's not on it.
You two are going to be shooting on the round target. Can you hear the
Wheel always facing up. Yep. Yeah, your wheel. Yep. Wheel should always be facing up. Good. Good. You need more oranges? All right, 2s, you should be filling in your fitness gram. 3s, you should just be waiting until they get ready to shoot, okay? You good? She need white ones. All right. You got most? Remember, thumb down when you're getting your arrows, please. Bow should be in your bow hand. All right, bow. Put your bow in your bow hand. There you go. Now hold it this way. Come up and over. Nope. Right. Make sure you're fletching. The opposite one faces you.
green fletching should always
All right, go ahead and hold it. Go ahead and hold it in your bow hand. Nope. Look at the grip. Look at the grip, baby. Right here. Yep, just like that. All right. Up and over. Nope. Keep it in the hand. You're right. Up and over. So that when you click it. All right. Remember your steps. He's left-handed. Oh, you can't see him. You're gonna do your best you can. You move. How about you move? He can't move, you move. All right, I see a lot of you gripping it very, very tightly. Remember when we talked about your 3 fingers? You remember that? We talked about the 3 fingers, and there's a groove. There's a groove in your hands, and that's in the top of your fingers. Do not grip it all the way, because it will pull it away from your bow. That's gripping it way too tight. 3 fingers.
Guys, once you knock your arrow,
3 fingers.
all 3 fingers
Under. Like that, just like that.
under your arrow.
I just told you how to grip it. 3 fingers, like this. Not like this, like this. Does that make sense? Because if you grip it too tight, it's gonna pull it off of it every time. All right, you gotta move your fingers. It's because you're gripping it. Look at your grip. I just told you. I just told you. No, Dakayla, no. Dakayla, if it goes down, you leave it, okay? You cannot leave this shooting line at all. You got it?
If you drop an arrow, what do? You leave it alone. We will get you another arrow.
3 fingers. All right, your arrows, honey, sweetie, listen. It's gotta always face that way. So when you pick it up, thumb down, thumb down, thumb down. There you go. Can you see, Jack? I'm sorry. All right, what do you do when you finish? No. What do you do when you finish? All right, you're gripping way too tight, way too tight. 3 fingers, 3 fingers, you got 4. Below. 3 fingers. Remember your steps, baby. Remember your steps. Right there. Now, bow arm has to be straight. So remember, set your bow hand. It's because you're gripping it way too hard, baby. You're gripping it way too hard. Top of your finger, just like that. Just like that. Now, what does your bow hand do? Don't pull back yet. That's your draw. You haven't even pre-draw yet. Okay? So what does your bow hand have to do? Be straight, right? All right? Now find your anchor. Find your anchor. That's not your anchor? Where's your mouth? All right. All right, put your finger down. Put that finger down. Remember, set your bow hand. 3 fingers. All right, now look at this. Look how straight that arm is. Is that straight? You gotta straighten it. Now find your anchor point. So bring it back. No. Keep this. It's like this. Keeping that arm straight.
Way too much talking, considering you were asked not to talk. Where are you guys supposed to go when you're done? I didn't know where to go. Where do you go?
Yep, straight. It's because you're gripping it too tight. So look. Don't let this hand go. Let this hand go. Keep that hand. Make that arm straight. And bring it around here. 3 below. Not gripping tight. Because when you grip it tight like that, you can't do it. Right. So when you grip it too tight, it's going to fall out. So you got to literally have 1, 2, 3. All right, now you're at your pre-draw. Now draw. Draw. Keep going. Find your anchor point. There you go. Yes. When you're ready. That was pretty good. All right, you got one more. Now, I'm not going to help you this time. This should be all you by yourself.
Once again, are you following directions? Do you need to talk to show your partner a checklist? Nope.
All right, you should knock it where? Nope. Where should you knock it? Is this a 90-degree angle? Nope. So where should you knock it? Right. It's got to make a 90-degree angle. See the angle? Okay. All right, why is it coming off? Because you're pulling it too hard, right? There you go. Good. 3 fingers below. There you go. It's perfect. Find your anchor point.
Very good.
See the difference? That was good. Good.
Okay, once you have showed your partner their checklist, try to submit it. If it won't submit, screenshot it, please. And then hopefully, when we're ready to go these, we can try submitting it later. But you should not be anywhere except Canvas, in your Archery module, or your fitness care module. That's for fitness care, yeah? And then you'll put your healthy fitness web into the next one. If you don't have that, that's on the chart.
Okay.
But wait a minute, you're going to work.
We'll get in a second. You don't need it right now. All right, ones, you can come back up to the waiting line. It is now time to retrieve your arrows, but only be at the waiting line, please.
Yeah, pay attention to what's going on, guys.
Yes. The waiting line and behind it. Thank you. Is there anybody else that just shot? Is everybody? Just keep on coming. You can get those on the way back. Dawson and George, back up. These are the things. This is why I have to blow the emergency whistle, because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. If you have orange arrows, go ahead and retrieve them, please.
If you're rotating from,
Put it on the ground. Drop it on the ground. There you go. Drop it on the ground. Make you a pile.
from pure assessment to fitness training,
How many do you have? 3? Yep.
you're rotating from 2 to 1, and you're getting ready to shoot.
1, 2, 3. Covering your tips. Covering your tips. Cover your chips, Shakari. Thank you. All right, you may go back and put them in your quiver, please. All right, if you had white arrows, you may go and retrieve them. DeKayla, put them all together and then pick them all up. I know, you can get it on the way back. So you have one more on the ground, right? Or are those all yours? All right, go ahead back then. That one's yours. All right. Get them together. Cover your tips. Cover your tips. All right, cover your tips. What do you do after you finish? If you are not Miss Winstead, you should not be talking. Lorenzo, stop talking. All right, if you are a 2, please approach the waiting line.
1541. Put that in the column or all right, any part of your body is a 1 or in front of that waiting line you cannot proceed.
So ones, if you just shot, ones you will be, what do we say, assessing?
Yeah, 1 should be assessing.
And 2 should be doing their fitness cram. I'm sorry. 3 should be doing their fitness cram. Remember the bow compressions. Yes, anybody left? Orange rose right here. All right, so these are the easier ones. So Daniel, you would get a blue one and maybe give her the purple one. This one's the hardest one.
Okay, you shoot left.
All right, if you have a bow, where should you go? You can probably do that one, yeah. Yeah, I'm about to say, I think you should probably. Did you do the yellow? Oh, yeah, that's right. You should not be pulling back at all. Where should the bow be? This is not time for you to pull it back. Dixon, are you left-handed? Okay. I only see one person that's ready, and that's John. John he is straddling the line in his stance. Travis, good. Should be in your stance. Yeah. One person should be putting in their fitness gram, the other one should be waiting on their next person to shoot. All right, does everybody have their arrows in front of them? All right. Yep. You two are going to be on this one, and you're going to be by yourself on this one. Okay?